Even on that show, what the fuck's the name of the show? It's the one everybody cries during every week that I don't ever want to watch again after I saw the first one. I was like, why do people put themselves through this shit? Anyway, so one night Kate wakes up and she finds Lisa crying, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? See, these are the parts, this whole setup is just completely meant for women. Like, we're sitting there, and I'm just assuming, okay? Me, I'm sitting there just like, it's cringeworthy for me. Whenever somebody cries about somebody breaking up with them, I just want to leave the room.
Yeah.
And there you go, breaking up again, just like that girl.
Shut up.
Anyway, it's just sad. Fucking find something else to live for. That's all I'm saying. So, Lisa, she tells Kate that her boyfriend left her because she got bored. And she's like, did he say that? And she's like, he might as well have. Or something shit like that. I'm like, this is just, this dialogue. I can't do it. Anyway. And, she went on the trip to regain some sense of fun and kind of make him jealous that she used to have. And Kate drags Lisa to a party. It's fucking 1 a.m., but, everybody's awake here in Mexico. And so they meet two dudes there, and I don't know if it's pronounced this way, but I'm going to pronounce it this way. It's Luis and Benjamin. And I don't give a shit if it's Louis, because they're in Mexico, it's Luis to me.
It's definitely Luis.
Were both of these dudes Mexican, or was just one of them?
I'm going to say they both were.
Fair enough.
Probably not, but that's what I'm going with.
They're bums either way. Well, they walk Lisa and Kate back to their room after the party, and Kate kisses Luis. But when Benjamin leans in to kiss Lisa, she's not having any of that shit. She's like, I'm not ready. Don't you love bitches that say that?
No, they're whores.
Boy, nothing more accurate has ever been said on this show. All right, so as Benjamin leaves, Lisa's like, wait, and she goes running up and she kisses him, and she's trying to show that she's fun. It's not working, just so you know. If she was really fun, she'd fucking bang him. That would be fun. Or give him a BJ.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, that's fun. Well, before they leave, Luis and Benjamin, or how about Benjamin? Shut the fuck up, dogs. You know what Zero's over there bitching about? Because Sienna's eating them. She's chewing on his head again.
Wow.
So, before they leave, Luis and Benjamin tell the two sisters about shark diving, and which they do with their friend Taylor, who is just some dude who is American. I can tell he's actually American. And Kate urges Lisa to get her to try to do it with her. And Lisa didn't want any part of that shit at first. Which Vic, you want to go shark diving in a shark cage, buddy?
I'm gonna have to. That's gonna be a hard pass right now. Maybe later.
Why am I hearing people scream? It better not be the kids. Better not be my kids. Well, anyway, let's see here. Lisa don't want any part of it at first, but eventually she gives in at the behest of Kate. So you're not down with the shark cage, Vic?
No, not anytime soon. Maybe like right if I know I'm dying, maybe as like a bucket list last hoorah type thing. But no, I don't think so.
Well, let me just say.
I got a fear of being trapped, and I just feel trapped.
Yeah, well.
Captophobia, is that a thing?
Yeah, it is. It's a thing. It's a thing.
All right, cool.
So check this out, right? If you had asked me before this fucking movie if I would do a shark cage, I'd be like, hell yeah. I ain't fucking scared of any sharks. Especially if I'm in a shark cage, I'll pet their heads. It's all good. You know what I mean? I would. If they come close enough, I'll pet them right on the head. I don't care. And you know what? after I've seen this movie, I'm not so sure I feel that way anymore. And not because of the fucking sharks either.
Yeah, like, it might just drop you down there and you're screwed.
Yep. And we're getting there. They're getting there. So the next morning, the two sisters meet up with Luis and Benjamin, who takes the two to meet Taylor. And, Taylor is the captain of an old boat, which houses a rusty shark cage. And the second I looked at this thing, and I was like, no, don't think that's happening. No, sir.
Yeah.
I've gone on some maybe sketchy little cruises before, but usually there's a shit ton of people with me, and so I always feel better because I figure if I'm missing, at least a bunch of other people will be missing too. Somebody will be looking for us,
Yeah.
I mean, they've all turned out fine. There's never been a moment where I've been nervous on the whole thing, but at first, every once in a while, when you look at these boats, you're like, I'm just not sure, But, there's strength in numbers, I have to say, and they didn't have numbers here. There's 3 of them and 2 of them, so, I mean, for all they care, they could take them in the middle of the ocean and just fucking rape them.
Yeah, basically.
They go full Bill Cosby on their asses. What are they going to do about it? They fucking put some nitrous in their scuba gear? They'd be over.
Well,
so, Taylor's the captain of the boat, and like I said, Taylor asked the sisters if they've ever been scuba diving before, and both of them claim that they have. And Luis and Benjamin are the first 2 to get it. Every time I say that, I laugh. The first 2 to get into the shark cage, and they get in, they're lowered into the water. It's all good. And Lisa and Kate, they're in another room, and they're getting fitted into the scuba gear. And this is post Lisa puking in the bathroom. Did she puke because she had fucking seasickness, or was she just, nervous, or was she just
I think
hungover?
I think she's just nervous.
Gotcha. I mean, because it doesn't really specify. It just shows her puking.
Probably a little bit of hungover, too.
Hell yeah, these Mexicans know how to party. Especially these giant fishbowl margaritas. Well, so before they go into the cage, Taylor, he asks, telling them about the equipment, and you've got this meter that tells the user how much oxygen they have left. And after Luis and Benjamin take their turn in the cage, Kate and Lisa get into it, and they're lowered into the water. And, they don't see any sharks. So Taylor has his first mate, Javier, throw some, there's Javier, too. So there's 6 of them, right? Because Javier is just the fucking boat slave.
Yes, he's the first deck or whatever, first hand.
Well, he's chumming, like in Jaws. He's fucking chumming. He's throwing some fish blood into the water to attract the sharks. And, I'm not scared of sharks in that situation. But I tell you what, you start throwing blood in the water, I might feel a little bit different. I don't know that I want you to chum.
Yeah,
it's real weird. Like a shark just hanging out, being cool, that's fine. But once they're in that fucking feeding frenzy where they want to eat your ass, I'm not sure.
I'm thinking if I'm down there in a cage, then I'm probably gonna see a shark at some point. You ain't gotta bring them to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Well, it eventually, it does attract some sharks, and herein lies the problem. Now you've got the line holding the cage, and it fucking breaks. I mean, it slowly breaks, but it fucking breaks. And it sends Lisa and Kate straight down the fucking ocean. And I was just sitting there like, is this fucking drop going to end? Because I'm, terrified at this point. I have to say, this part's fucking effective.
Yeah.
Because you just don't know. I mean, okay, that's one of the things about the ocean that terrifies me. We don't fucking know what's down there. We know to a certain extent, but at a certain point, the pressure's so deep, we can't go down there.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a whole other world down there. You know what I'm saying? You really don't know what's happening.
It's like alien life on our own planet. It really is.
It is.
And it's freaky.
Exactly.
And there's some weird shit down there, too. Like those fish with the lights on their head that eat the other fish, they're fucking awesome. That's my favorite fish. You know that? Other than piranha, maybe.
That's awesome.
Those fish are cool because they're fucking sneaky.
Yeah, no doubt.
Eventually, though, they hit what appears to be the ocean floor, which is obviously 47 meters down. And for those of you who don't know the metric system because you're fucking American, like us, it's around 154 feet down from the top of the ocean. So they're pretty far down there. Can you imagine trying to swim 154 feet upward Because that's a lot of fucking hard swimming.
Yeah, I was just like, I just take my mask off and just say, take me. I'm done.
Take me, Jesus. Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, again, this movie comes up with some scenarios that I had never yet thought about. And we'll get there. You can't just swim up. It's not so simple. So, Lisa's freaking the fuck out. And Kate has to calm her down because Lisa, again, the older sister, Mandy Moore, she's just, the good one, maybe hasn't had the life experience that Kate has. So basically she's not the type of whore that Kate is, right? She hasn't had as many dicks. Like, I mean, I'm sure she's had some dicks flying at her, but Kate's probably like getting hit by dick tornadoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Not because she's hotter or anything, just because she's just that type. Even though they didn't go all in on it. Yeah, she's that type. And so here's one of the issues now. They've got a radio, and they're too far down for them to hear Taylor on the radio. So obviously he doesn't hear them either. Taylor, again, is kind of the main guy on the boat that's going to help them or try to help them. So Kate, she ends up having to leave the safety of the cage, which fuck that, by the way, when there's sharks around that are hungry. No.
Yeah.
But, I get it. I don't want to fucking suffocate. And given the choice between the two, I'll take on a shark to fucking not suffocate. There's something absolutely terrifying about suffocating to me. More so than a shark, I think.
Oh, yeah, man. Because it's the struggle, I think.
It is. It's a slow death. A shark probably take your ass out pretty quick.
Exactly.
They just want to eat you.
That struggle of trying to get air or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's just horrible.
Now, don't get me wrong. I have to say, I don't think I want to be eaten by anything. But given the choice, at least I have a chance with one. I can't fight suffocation. That's an L. With a shark, 99% chance I'll die, but at least I have that 1%.
Yeah. I mean, you can always, punch a shark in the face.
You may just lose a leg instead of your life. Who knows? And then that way, maybe you'll get hero pussy. Hero pussy's a special thing.
Yes, it is.
Never had hero pussy, I have to say. I don't recall ever doing anything heroic enough to get hero pussy, but, by God, this might do it. So Kate, again, is going to go try to get in touch with Taylor on the radio, so she's closer. And eventually she reaches Taylor, and I don't mean physically, but she's far enough to where she can talk to Taylor. And he tells Kate that he's going to send Javier down with the cable, poor fucker, to bring the case back to the surface. I love how they throw the fucking Mexican in. It's so fucked up.
Yeah,
throw the Mexican in there, fuck him.
That's just throwing him to the sharks, man.
Yep. And you know what would have made it better is if he was stealing stuff in the process, like in The Shallows. That was so great. It was so fucking awesome. I want to watch that movie again. That's a great fucking movie.
We need to watch it again.
Underrated, I have to say. Not a lot of people out there talk about it.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I think it's not fair, too, because the issue is, when Jaws is the first shark movie, then you got to fucking live up to that, and it's impossible to do. There's no movie that's ever going to live up to Jaws. So every movie that comes out after that is at least on some level of disappointment. Is this one? We'll find out. But, for most people.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks for every shark movie that's ever going to come out.
Yep. So, Javier's going to come down with a cable, and he's going to attach it to the cage so they can drag it back to the surface. But he warns Kate, and this is Taylor, to stay in the cage because of the sharks. How many sharks did you see? I don't know how many we saw, but I know there was one big motherfucking shark around there. He was huge.
I want to say 3.
Yeah, that's what I thought, too. I was going to say 3, but there was one gigantic motherfucker. And then, they're bullshitting on the boat earlier. They're like, he's like, whatever, 20 feet, and we've seen bigger than that. I'm like, what? Jaws was 20 feet. Are you kidding me?
I've seen up to 28 feet.
Yeah, they're full of shit. They're fucking full of shit, but I would have been terrified of that thing. That thing was bigger than the boat. I expected somebody to say, we're going to need a bigger boat. Or you are.
Yeah, they act like a 20-foot shark is just a puppy.
Yep. Well, so Kate goes back to the cage like a good girl, and she tells Lisa what Taylor told her to do. And after some time's passed, they see a flashlight in the distance, which they figure out, is Javier. It was nice that they gave the Mexican a fucking flashlight. Jesus.